Hey folks, I'm the Puridude. Welcome to our last episode here of March 2017, and I think it's going to be a doozy. As usual, if you want to skip all my commentary and just go to the videos, the playlist is below, along with the links, and you can also go fly a kite, because that's our first video. Let's watch.
Chris and his son from Peacewood Homestead stop by a neighbor's to check in on the birds, and then they go fly a kite. How fun is that? And he sets it to some very pertinent music. Have a look. Friday night vlog from Peacewood Homestead. Zach from an American Homestead takes us along out into the woods around his place to show us his honey spot 4 mushrooms. And these are morel mushrooms, where he finds many that are ready to go and several more that are just on their way up. So this is that time of the year, folks. If you like mushrooms, morels are some tasty, tasty treats. The mushroom hunt is on at an American Homestead. Ost, over at Homesteady, provides us with more of his interview with John Suskovich. They are talking about chicken breeds for meat as far as commercially versus the homestead. It's a really interesting discussion if you want to take a look, and it's thought-provoking also. Chickens, what meat breeds are best for making money at Homesteady?
And now we interrupt this program for
Puridudes, deep thoughts.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it was being delivered by the mail truck. I don't think that's what the answer to that question should be. Thus, you're getting some of Puridude's deep thoughts here. On the Cornish cross chickens, the meat birds as we call them, that discussion in the last video was thought-provoking. And previously at his channel, I had gotten into I had left a comment and I called it the Cornish cross cult, which may have been a slightly over-exaggeration, but the thing is, they're not sustainable. You have to keep getting them and bringing them into your property, every time you want to do meat birds, and that's not a sustainable practice. Yet I understand why everybody does it. You get them cheap, they pick them up at the post office, off they go, they're done in 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, 7 weeks, and they're huge, and they make a lot of sense. They make the most sense if you're trying to make money, because that turnaround time is everything. But if you're just a homesteader, now all of the homesteaders have started using the Cornish cross. Justin Rhodes, OffGrid with Doug and Stacey, you name it. And I don't blame them one bit. I'm sure, a year from now or 2 years from now, when I've got my own land, I'll probably be growing Cornish cross myself. It just irks me that homesteaders are not being more sustainable in that regards, and breeding up their own breeds to be what should be dual purpose, meat and eggs. Most of the backyard chicken people that keep chickens for eggs, they like the colorful one of this breed, one of that breed, an Americana, a Marans, and great, that's all great, but it's just not sustainable. So I guess one of my goals will be to try to develop how many people out there are eating chickens that they actually hatched on their property. It's just, you don't see it. I would love to find some videos. You do it, YouTube. Go find me some videos of people who are eating chickens that they actually hatched on their property. Something could come up like the bird flu. Rose from Wholesome Roots has been keeping us up to date on the bird flu there in Georgia. And we also heard about the bird flu over in Europe and in Sweden, where, you know, all bird productions and sales must stop in Europe, and they had to keep all of their chickens indoors if they wanted to keep them. If they had no way of keeping their chickens indoors, they had to get rid of the chickens. And that could happen here in the U.S. You know, maybe the mail service decides to stop delivering chickens. Then what are all these homesteaders going to do without these Cornish cross being delivered through the mail? So it just, I don't know, it makes sense to me if more people out there would be using the dual purpose birds for meat also. Hatch a bunch of eggs and, you know, keep the hens, sell the hens, they're good for the eggs. You got to call the roosters, well, eat them. You know, sure, it might take 14, 15 weeks for them to get up to size, which is double the time of the Cornish cross. But, you know, I don't know. Do you save money? You probably don't save any money hatching them yourself. And it's just sad that the Cornish cross have taken over the homesteading meat chickens, and they've replaced the dual purpose birds. The dual purpose birds just seem to, as long as they lay colorful eggs, you know, we're cool with that. And I'd like to see more effort made to preserve the dual breeds and to put some size back into them so that they're better for meat. And there's your Puridudes deep thoughts, which is probably going to be longer than the rest of this video. Let's go watch the rest of the video.
I love seeing baby chicks hatching, and that's what's happening over at Wholesome Roots. Roche shows us the baby chicks that they've got coming up. She's got some very interesting breeds. Bielefelder and this breed that's all black from Sweden, and I can't pronounce the name. Anyway, just go over to Wholesome Roots. I have no self-control, day 21, chicks hatching, and you'll learn more. Al at Lumna Acres gives us some insight into how and what he feeds his chickens. I've always thought his barred rocks were some of the biggest and plumpest that I've seen, so I'm always interested to hear more from Al. Have a look at this video, how we feed 14 chickens organically, over at Lumnah Acres. Out of New York, we have EdibleAcres, who is using a rainy, dreary day to make some birdhouses out of scrap wood and scrap tin, and he has really put a lot of thought and research into the best ways to do this. You can really learn a lot from him. Have a look at Building Birdhouses and Mason Bee Homes by EdibleAcres. From OffGrid with Doug and Stacey down in Missouri, we have Doug, and he is building a pair of rollerblades or roller skates. No, that's not what those are. That's the mechanism for his sliding door on his greenhouse, which is interesting. So have a look at Building a Greenhouse at OffGrid with Doug and Stacey. Doug and Ashley are MiniSteading in Indiana, and they're also building a greenhouse like OffGrid with Doug and Stacey. In this video, he shows us how they're going to do their shelves and planters. So it's a very interesting and a cool project that they've done here. Shelves and planters for the tiny greenhouse by MiniSteading. I also want to point out that this video was my 2000th liked video, so that's kind of cool. Out in Kansas, Wendy and Troy are coming up with names for their goats, and they've revealed the names in this video. Oingo Boingo is just the best goat name ever. And then this NXS, the patterns he's got, how cool is that? Just a great video. Have a look over at Chick-a-Woof Ranch, 2017 goat names announced. Jim, the Midwest gardener, is also out in Kansas, but he wasn't having a whole lot of fun filming this hailstorm and what it did to his plants, and well, just go have a look. March 24th hailstorm and the aftermath at Midwest Gardener. Luke at MIgardener in Michigan shows us how you can replace blueberry plants for cheap if for some reason they got destroyed by hail or something else. This video, how to get free blueberry plants from store-bought blueberries at MIgardener, can teach you that. Now we head to Alabama and go for green living. Daniel has received back the seed carousel package and he's going to send it back out. And this video will explain all you need to know about that. Other people are entering so that they can get in on the action, and just go have a look at seed carousel package from Go for Green Living. One thing I might enjoy more than baby chicks hatching are homesteaders getting started, and Hill Family Homestead provides that. Their house has been delivered, it's being hooked up, they're stocking their pond with fish. They just built a brand new deck onto the back, and they look like they're ready to go. Check out Jasmine and Paul's video, House Assembly, Fish in the Pond, New Deck at Hill Family Homestead. This old homestead is in Illinois, and they just hit 1,500 subscribers. And she's also announcing that they've got a Facebook page and where you can find her there. 1,500 subscribers and Facebook by this old homestead. Homestead Tessie and Chevy Man out in Pennsylvania, they're also celebrating. They recently hit 1,000 subscribers and they're doing a giveaway. So you'll want to watch this video to find out how to enter so that you can win. You guys did it, and time for a giveaway at Homestead Tessie. Anna from Homemade Home, the winner of the Pratt Family Homestead contest, is turning around and giving away something also. She's giving away the 2 tickets to the Great American Homestead Conference this fall in October. So if you want a chance at those, giveaway in Small Sam's Hall by Homemade Home.
That's it, folks. 16 homesteading videos for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something or found something new to enjoy. Let's see. I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. The playlist link should be above. The link is also below, and links to all of the videos. Please tell them Puridudes sent you. And what does everybody say? Just go watch my past videos and watch the ads. I don't care if you like or subscribe. Actually, I do care very much. This has been very welcome, the support that I've gotten, and so thank you very much. So until the next episode, take care and always use a wind filter. Bye.